I've created this video to show you how easy it is to drop skid plate. This is part of a larger video where I'm going to be changing out the clutch. First thing I always do, shock my wheels. Parking brakes on, and I'm not going to be jacking the car up. I just do this for additional safety precautions. I have jack stands set up in two positions. One here on the back of the transfer case, and another in front of the skid plate supporting the transmission. So when we drop this skid plate, the transfer case and the transmission are going to want to drop as well because the skid plate is supporting all of that weight. I'm starting with the torque stud first, and this is a 14 millimeter. You also have to get the wrench or a socket on the top here, also 14 millimeter, because that'll just spin. Torque stud's off. Make sure that you don't lose your washers for the torque stud. There's a series of washers that go on there, and remember what order you've taken them off. I have two on the bottom, and I believe there's one on top. Now I'm going to remove these two nuts from the transmission mount. This is a 15 millimeter socket. Now we're good to remove the skid plate bolts here, here, and here, and the three on the other side. I'm going to put a clamp on here to support the weight a little bit, just to make it a little bit easier to take it down. Depending on what kind of transfer case drop you have, or if you don't have a transfer case drop, your bolt heads might be a little bit different. Mine are a 5/16 hex wrench or Allen key. And if your Jeep has a lot of rust in this area, you have to be very careful removing these bolts, because the nuts that are welded inside of the frame, I've seen them break loose, and then the job becomes a lot more difficult. Trying to bring these out evenly, going a little bit at a time. All right, so these bolts are loose, but they're not all the way out. Now I'm going to switch over to the other side and drop those down a little bit. All right, it looks like the weight of the transmission and the transfer case are now fully supported by the jack stands. You can see I have this movement here. So I'm going to finish backing out these bolts on this side. I want to support this. These clamps so it doesn't drop completely. I'm going to move over to the other side. Okay, should come down. And there we go. I'll release it from the other side. And that's it. That's how easy it is to drop your skid plate. Thanks for watching.